a beauty that was purpose, so certain, safe and sure. I could live this life forever, but from far, far away. I thought I heard you calling, you said I could not stay. And I woke up in a fever, my calculations were wrong. The pillars could not hold us, and the angels are gone. When hope makes you bleed, when life gets you down, there's all the love you need underground, to make a way for the dark hearts, to feel the love I found. There's all the love you need underground. We dream away, we dream away, we dream away, we dream away. Picture of a sunset above a turquoise tide, the beauty of a just word and the convenience of a lie. I tore down that picture, there is no other perfect life, but in the dirt under my fingers, maybe something will survive. When hope makes you bleed, when life gets you down, there's all the love you need underground, to make a way for the dark hearts, to feel the love I found. There's all the love you need underground. We dream away, we dream away, we dream away, we dream away.
What up, Zed? It's going pretty good, I guess. I think I've almost figured out a very crucial system for the content creation thing, but we'll see. I also thought I would not be able to like work today at all because yesterday, I don't know, for some reason my kidney started to hurt like real bad. It was really hard to even like sit, and it like started in the evening and I was like, what the fuck? It happened before, but like just as like way lesser, to a way lesser extent. And I think it was because like my kidney sometimes shifts down, which is like what happens when you're like losing weight or something, or like overexert yourself physically. But yeah, yesterday it like started really sudden and like yeah, so in the morning I went to the doctor, which was like, fortunately I could like get an appointment and go basically right after I woke up. And the doctor told me that I should have like called an ambulance because they can't do like, what's it called? Not an MRI, but the ultrasound. So yeah, she basically put me onto some like blood analysis, and like they have to also test my urine. And but yeah, I got a bit better throughout the day, so hopefully I won't die and or lose my kidney. But yeah, I managed to work at least 2 times today. Hopefully it will be fine and it will get better by itself. But I don't know. Yeah, I hope to. I think it's also like because it's like shifts down. I also changed my diet quite a bit. I started like eating like the keto diet, which I don't know if that can affect it, but like I researched what can affect the kidney position and like change the way I eat like accordingly, but we'll see. Maybe the blood will show something like my body is missing. But I feel fine, like everything else is fine, like it's just like my kidney hurts a little bit. And it doesn't get worse, so I guess if it will, I will like call an ambulance or whatever. Should be fine. Are you designing stuff yourself or do you have somebody that does it for you? Yeah, I do everything myself. I work totally alone right now. No, I never had issues with my kidneys. I mean, I had this pain like before, but to a way lesser extent. And it like could last for like a day. And I thought it's like just my back hurting, but like yeah. So I never like went to a doctor with it or anything like that. But yeah, it turns out a lot like changes in the body when you switch like what you eat. Like when I start to eat way less carbs, it's like I don't know, maybe it's because of that, like maybe my body has to like adjust. But I started feeling a lot not a lot of pains, but like I did a 3-day fast and I lost like maybe 1.5 kilograms of weight. And after that I had the kidney pain for like few days, but it was way lesser and then like it went away after like 3 days. So yeah, it's weird like how our body is designed that like your organ can just like go down because the thing that like keeps it together gets like more thin. There's like a fat wire kinda, like a little rope, and if you have certain nutrients deficiency or you lose weight too quickly, your kidney can shift down. Yeah, I do work out, but I just wanted to try to eat less carbs, and it actually was very cool. Like, I started to feel a lot better in many ways. Like before, whenever I was whenever I was hungry, I didn't feel it as like I felt hunger differently, and I felt being satiated differently. And right now I like get hungry and like eating is like way more enjoyable. I haven't adjusted fully yet, but I feel way better before and after I eat, because before I switched, hunger was like a discomfort that food would get rid of, but after I ate I still felt like kinda not great, but not as much, just not as much discomfort. So yeah, I definitely am happy that I switched. But my body still has to finish like adjusting. It's been like a month or maybe a month and a half. Alright, let's see if it works. not quite. Yeah, I've actually this year I decided to like drop everything that like basically all the smoking, the alcohol, like all the whatever drugs I did before. Like I going totally sober for the whole year and going to the gym. Like I started to go to the gym like in like November last year. Before I never like really did for a prolonged time. So I decided to just like for a year stick to a bunch of things. And you know, the thing is, the funny thing with like addictions is that it's kind of hard to like make a break. Like I had a lot of troubles stopping smoking weed. Like I had the most troubles with that. Like nicotine doesn't really, I don't really care. I just like was smoking cigarettes with my friends, and whenever I wasn't around them, I just didn't, and it was like whatever. But weed I did really like, and it was really hard to take a break like for a month. But once I said that I would do it for a year, it's like it's so easy because I put so much like weight. So for me to break this promise to myself would be like a huge source of like self-shame. Like I can't admit that I couldn't just like tell that I will and then not be able to do it. And so it was like so easy to just not do it. So I feel like if you stick for a longer period, especially like I told my friends about it, of course, I like talked about it and stuff, and I can't really start like doing anything of that sort and like not come clean that like I couldn't handle it. So yeah, it actually was kind of easy, surprisingly. And I just feel like it's really good to drop things like that for a really long time, because then you will have kind of a baseline of how like the life feels when you're not like smoking cigarettes or like drinking alcohol, because your body can adjust like fully, and then it's like you never did it basically. Not like, of course there are like things with lungs and stuff, but like mentally you're completely start over, because it's easy not to smoke when you never did it, right? And so after a year I feel like it will be the same, and so you will have a baseline. And once you actually don't have you can, yeah, I mean whatever. If I can't keep up, like I probably will not go into an addiction again. But like yeah, if you don't have a constant source of easy dopamine, everything else becomes more enjoyable. So like I already feel like life became more fun and interesting even when I'm doing like very simple things. Like when I was smoking weed regularly, I was always like, if I stop, everything will become more boring. And that's this thought, like it was really hard to get away from it. But right now I already feel like everything actually becomes better, because you get to a new like homeostasis with your dopamine levels. And it's the same with cigarettes kinda, because they basically what they do is just give you spikes of dopamine. And it's the same with like short form content. Like we have a lot of sources of addictions, and if there is no way to get an easy dopamine, then all the other sources of it become more, you become more attuned to them basically. That's kind of my reasoning in many ways to like do those sort of changes. And it's like going to the gym became a really like fun thing kinda because of that. Yeah, I think it's kind of the same with alcohol as what I've heard. I'm also not really. I did drink, but like also it's like socially. I could never understand being addicted to it. I mean, I could, but like I know I knew I would never. But it's like the same with weed. Some people are just like whatever, but alcohol they really like. It's so interesting how we're all like have a different drug of choice. But I would fucking like weed is way better than alcohol in that sense. If you're choosing to like what to be addicted to, that's like 100%.
You must find them. You must kill them. Bring it into ruin. Turn them to dust.
Oh wait, it actually works. I didn't realize. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. It's also kind of cool that like when I decided to change certain things about my lifestyle, it seems like all my friends, like my closest friends, also kind of did that, and like kind of almost independently, but like not really. It's really cool that like I feel like what stops most people from doing drastic changes to the way they live is like it's like the crab bucket, right? When you try to get out, all the crabs drag you down. But for me, like two of my closest friends are also started to go to the gym like really regularly, stopped like doing any drugs, and it kind of motivates me more to stick to it because I don't want to like fall out from this vibe that we're in together now, and we can like, you know, motivate each other. That's like super cool. I feel like everyone should have friends like that, and not the friends that like that are like, oh, so you're not drinking with us anymore? Like, what the fuck? Encourage, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And it's like you can't really hang out with them. Cause like I wouldn't hang out with friends who are like, if they're all smoking weed and I'm just there not doing it, I would either be tempted or I wouldn't like be on the same vibe. But thankfully almost none of my close friends actually like weed. And the ones who did stopped doing it even before me. I was also like with weed, I was mostly afraid that it will be harder for me to like come up with ideas, because it's, for me, it was a really great creative tool. Like for starters, I actually, the idea for the game came up to me in an LSD trip, and with weed I could like generate ideas really easily, and as I found out, it's like not the case for most people. But for me, for some reason, it works really great when I'm like thinking about a problem that I'm trying to solve within the game, be it like game design or architecture. When I get high, it's really a lot easier for me to think about for some reason. I get a lot of creative ideas and stuff, and it like helped me a lot throughout these years. And so I was kind of afraid that if I stop, it will become harder, but then I knew it wouldn't, so. And actually this like past 2 months or whatever, yeah, it's actually been 2 months. I actually managed quite well to solve some really hard issues. Be right back. Alright. I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye bye.